What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Zach. As I'm looking at my analytics, and it shows the new viewers and the returning viewers. Wow, 265 new viewers. I cannot say thank you enough to all new viewers. And to all new viewers that have not, that haven't viewed before, or that haven't saw my, this channel before. My name is Zach, and for those that don't know, again, I was born with level 1 spina bifida, and what that is how your spine is curved. So if your spine is curved like this, my spine is curved like this. So it's exact opposite. Now, not curved, and it's curved different, the opposite of what yours is, a person that walks, but not by much, very little. From what I understand, it's so small that you can't even see it unless you, kind of, you squint, kind of look real close to a X-ray. Now, with that said, yes, I do have a wheelchair. I was born, like I said, with level 1 spina bifida, and that, like I said, it affects just my balance. Now, when I say level 1, meaning there is 4 different levels. And what that means is, the higher the level, like if you hear somebody say they have level 2 spina bifida, or level 3, level 4, the higher the level, the more complications you have, I guess is the best way to say it. The more there is to it. Now, like I said, with my level 1, it's just because of my balance, and that's it. Now, I've dealt with a lot, I've dealt with a lot of, of judgment. I've dealt with a lot of heartbreak from females, obviously. And again, that's not against towards anyone, but that's just to give you, the new viewers, all 256 new viewers, a little bit of what I've been through, so like I said, just because that's what I went through doesn't mean that's what I'm always going to go through. Unfortunately, yeah, like I said, I'm 36, and that's exactly what all I've been through. I started YouTube. I started this YouTube channel March 5th, 2022, to motivate, inspire, and try to help as many people as I can. Because to help people is my goal. That's what I was born and raised to do. That was how I was born and raised. I said that's not what I've been, what I've always been through. That's not what I've been through, Now, again, there is great people out there. I know that for a fact. Because, I know a lot of great people, personally, besides here on YouTube. And again, the people that I know personally are here with me on YouTube as well. But what I'm saying to you is this. If I tell you like what I go through or what I've been through, it's just to teach you, to say, look, I've been through all this and I'm still going. I'm still standing strong. I still keep a good attitude. And with that said, yes, I have my days. my attitude doesn't, I have those days. But I think that happens for all of us. So when I very first started this YouTube channel, again, I had to change my content for a few reasons. Because I was showing my workout. I was showing you my workouts in the beginning for a little bit, but then I had to change content, which is understandable. And then I had a few comments on some of the content that I posted, and said, how do you deal with things? Like, how do you deal with rude people or judgmental people? Or how do you deal with bullies? And those are things that I've been through, my whole life. I've been through, I've dealt with judgmental and rude people. It's a lot different than what a lot might understand. When you're sitting down, and like I said, just for me, it's just because of my balance, and that's all. But when you're sitting down versus someone that's standing up, walking on their own, you see things a lot different. You see things a lot, different, and they see things a lot different. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's just, the cards you were dealt with. And, as much as I've went through, like the times I was judged from females over the last 18 years, because of having a wheelchair. I've always gotten turned down from dates and relationships because of that. But you know what? Even though that'll tear you down, and it did tear me down. There's always going to be people out there that will see you in that same position that you're in, that you got judged on, and all the crap that you went through. And guess what? They're gonna love you just like you are. Because listen to me when I say this. No matter someone's disability, you are 100% human with a 100% different but 100% true story about you. With that said, again, I'll say it this way, maybe this will be even better. Your disability doesn't define you. What defines you is you. You define you. Who you are as a person, defines you. Yeah, like I said, there is a bunch of jerks out there. And I've dealt with them. And again, I'm not calling anybody out when I say that, but, I'm trying to give you my, what I've been through. Because maybe you're going through or have went through the same thing. Yeah, there's bunches of people out there that are not very cool. But then again, there is so many people out there that are amazing. And what I mean by that is there's so many people out there that see you with that disability, or as me, like say with me in a wheelchair, or even someone with a walker or crutches or whatever that disability might be. Maybe it's some type of cancer or some type of, like I said, any kind of disability. And that doesn't mean that you're any different than anybody else. It just means that you're going through something different. That's all it means. Just because you have a disability, your disability doesn't define you. What defines you is you. You as a person. Your personality, your attitude. That's what defines you. You know, and like I said, there's people that's going to see what you go through, and I promise you, they're going to rock with you since day one. They're going to be rocking with you through hell and back. And for all the 265 viewers, the new viewers, I hope you know that I will always be one that's rocking with you. No matter what you go through. Even if you have a situation or situations that I've never been through myself, tell me. And I will still give you my advice on how I would handle things. You know, how I would go about, getting through that situation. Because again, there's a lot of people that's not here right now because of all the hell they go through. And sadly, yes, I know a lot of people that's happened to. And that's not the way it should be. I mean, unfortunately, yes, that's the way it is. But that's why I tell you all my experiences. And, what I go through and what I've been through. And I don't tell you that to try to complain or brag. But I try to tell you that in hopes that it will teach you. Look at what I've been through. And I made it through. In other words, this is the hell that I've been through. And I made it through. Yes, you might be going through a different situation or situations. But if I can make it through something, or many things, so can you. Just because you go through something, don't let that hold you down. You go through something, whatever the case it may be, you stand back up. And you stand back up with a smile. And you keep going. And you keep giving it hell. No matter how long it takes. Like I said, it's been a good while for me since I've been at the gym, Yeah, I mean, I've went a few times, but I've had somebody say, take me to the gym. And here's why. A while back, longer than I can remember right now or think of when it was. Of course, it was this year. It was probably, I'd say, a couple months ago. I was taken to the hospital by ambulance and found out that I had pneumonia. And when you get pneumonia, that will drain your strength. I mean, it's different for everybody. In other words, somebody walking that has pneumonia, might get their strength back a lot faster. And I'm not saying that's the case. I mean, that could be. I'm hoping that's the case, the way that things could be. Unfortunately, yes, I lost my grandma from pneumonia. Or one of my grandmas from pneumonia. Plus other complications. So, with that said, it scared me when I had pneumonia. Even though I didn't show that I was scared, it still scared me that I had pneumonia. And with that said as well, somebody that's walking might get their strength back in just a week, for example. It might be a month. It just depends. It's different for everybody. And for me, like I said, as I'm sitting down in a wheelchair, it has taken me a lot longer than just a week or two. It's taken me a lot longer. It's probably taken me months, if not close to a year, to get my strength back. Like I said, yes, I've been to the gym once or twice, maybe more than that. I've had somebody take me. But with that said, the only reason I get somebody taking me is because when I get in and out of my truck, I always use my upper body to lift up. Because like you, speaking of, everybody that's walking, like you, my feet aren't strong enough, our legs aren't strong enough, to help me help me to get in the truck or get into a truck, or however you want to say that. But does it mean I give up? Hell no. I'll never give up. No matter what it takes, I'll keep giving it all I've got. It's taken me a lot longer than I thought, but I'm still going to give it all I got. Now, that said again, so what I'm saying is this: no matter what you go through, you're going to get through. No matter your trials or tribulations that you go through, you will get through. It might take you a while to get through that, but you're going to get through it. And I'm one of those persons as well, like I said, with all I've been through, that will be there with you, or obviously on the other side of the screen, as you see here on YouTube. But what I'm saying is, I'm one of those that will be there to help you through whatever you go through. And with that said, the more that, if you comment, on either on this YouTube video or any YouTube video that I posted, I always will reply when I see your comment. And when I see your comment and when I reply and I see that you have a YouTube channel and I see that I'm not subscribed to your YouTube channel, I will subscribe to your YouTube channel. No matter what you go through, I'm here with you all the way through it. No matter what you go through. Because anything that you go through, no matter what it is, tell me what that is. Because we'll get through it. And I'm one of those persons that, when you go through something, if I tell you, hey, I've got your back, then trust me, I got your back. If it's something that you would like, me speaking on, talking about, no matter what and again, with that said, no matter what that situation is, no matter what it is. And here's the thing. Don't ever be nervous about saying something. Because even if you're, maybe people are nervous or scared that, oh, if I say this or that, somebody's going to judge me. Nope. Because I won't put up with that. I don't put up with, judgment or mean people or rude people. I put up with people that are encouraging, people that don't judge. Those are the only kind of people that I like in my circle. And it's anybody that's judgmental, I guess is the best way to say it. I was trying to think how to say that. But it's anybody that's judgmental. But maybe you are judgmental, but maybe at the same time, you want to change. You want to change and be that confident person and be that person that helps everybody, like I'm trying to do here. You know what? Come on. Come join. Come subscribe to my YouTube channel or to our YouTube channel. Because I say our YouTube channel because of everybody that's, all 653 subscribers that I've saw before I started this YouTube video. But with that said, no matter what you go through, you're not going to go through it alone. Because no matter what you go through, I'm going through it with you. And I promise you this. You fall down, and I'm going to pick you right back up. That's how I am. If and when you fall, because I don't want to let you fall. I say it like that, because I want to try to see if I catch a few people off guard. That's the thing about me. If and when you're down, say something. In other words, if something's really bothering you, say something. Because I'll always be there to catch you. You've always got me to hang on to. Like I said, I understand all too well. I 100% understand all too well. We all go through something, and we all go through something different. And each and every one of us, have a 100% different, but 100% true story about us. And like I said, each of us have a 100% different, but 100% true story about us. Now, that said, you might not understand someone's story of what they go through or what they've been through. And that's okay. But what I am going to say is this. When you don't understand something, ask questions. Ask, whatever questions that you may have. Now, what questions to ask, that I can't say. That's on you. So whatever questions you have, ask. And that also goes for me as well. If you have questions for me, ask me. And I'll answer you. I'll answer you with anything. That's how I am. If that's how you learn things. That's how you grow. When I say grow, I mean like, look what you've been through. Now look what you're going through. Now, what you're going through, look behind you, because That's not what you've been through. Look what you've been through. Look what you've been through, and now look what you're going through. Look what you've been through, and now look what you're going through. Be proud of yourself. I know. Easier said than done. A lot easier said than done. But be proud of yourself every step you take. Now, with that said, keep being you. Let nothing or no one hold you back. Because you can do anything. You might take you a lot longer than it does someone else to do something, but you can do anything. Because I know you can. You're probably thinking, man, how do you know these things? How do you know these things? You don't even know us. True, I don't know you. All I know you as is someone that's on the other side of the screen. But I know you well enough to say you can make it through anything. No matter what that situation or situations is. I'm proud of you. If no one's told you today that they're proud of you, I'm proud of you. If no one's told you they love you, I love you. And you know, the sad part of it is, a lot of people need to hear that right now. A lot of people don't get to hear, I'm proud of you, or I love you. And that's the sad part, really sad part. But I love you. I'm proud of you. No matter what you go through, we're getting through. No matter what you go through, we're going to get through. No matter how long it takes. Because I'm not leaving your side. And like I said, when you comment, don't worry about if somebody is rude or judgmental to you. Because I'll take care of that. And I will, that person gets deleted or blocked. Because, again, we don't deal with those kind of people. We don't deal with the judgmental people. Now, like I said, there might be some people that are judgmental, but at the same time, they're trying to understand that situation that they are judging. Those are people that I can understand. If you're judgmental, but if you're judgmental, but you try to understand things, I can understand that real well. So with that said, yes, I do want to make this a working, paying job. Because I love helping people. I love helping people. And that's how I was born and raised. Obviously, no, that's not what I've been through. That's not what I've been through. But that's how I was born and raised. Is to show people, look, you go through something, you're going to get through it. Might take you a lot longer than someone else to go through something. And that's 100% okay. Just because it takes one person to go through something, maybe a week to go through something. Maybe it takes you months, or maybe it takes someone months to go through something. It might take you a year or years to go through. That's okay. Because again, we all have a 100% different, but 100% true story about us. So again, yes, I do want to make this a job, working, paying job. But because I love to help people, and that's how I was born and raised. And you know what? I'll share this one as well. This was back. It's back around when I first started here on YouTube. I had just done a YouTube video. This is back because when I first started. After one of my YouTube videos that I did, I had a comment that said, because of you, because of your voice, I'm still here. Because of your voice, I am still here. And with that said, that tugged at me more than I can explain, in a positive way as well. Because when someone said that to me and said, because of you, I'm still here. Because of you, I can smile now, and I'm not in that depressive spot that I was in. And you know what? That tugged at me big time. Even then, I still go back and try to find that comment, and I still haven't been able to find that comment after it's been, like I said, when I first started. But it's one that stuck with me. It's one that I remember. So with that said, no matter what you're going to go through, you're going to get through. And I'm going to be right there with you all the way through it. So keep going. Keep being you. And let nothing or no one hold you back. Much love. And let's get it.